Hi guys, and welcome to another Dice Tower preview. We're Randy and Ellen, and today we're taking a look at the cooperative deck building game Rumbbell Fatdragon Invasion by RD Force Entertainment. Rumbbell plays 2 to 4 people, ages 14 and up, in about 60 to 90 minutes.
In Rumbbell Fatdragon Invasion, fat dragons are invading the planet with their delicious food. The people can't resist eating everything they see and transforming into fat dragons themselves. It's up to Rumbbell and his friends to save the world by promoting new exercises like yoga, climbing, swimming, weight training, and so much more to stay healthy before it's too late. Players will take control of a unique Rumbbell Ranger, each with their own special ability, and cooperatively stand against the Fat Dragon Invasion. To win the game, you will need to withstand 10 to 11 rounds of attacks, depending on the difficulty you select. If 3 or more locations get overrun, all players lose the game together.
Set up the 3 decks of exercises into aerobic, hit, and weight training. All of these cards can be added to your deck, and they each have a Rumbbell power that will be used during food attacks. Some of these cards have a specific location that they must be used in. Place out all of the food tokens at their proper locations and reveal just one from each location. As you enter the locations, that food token will activate and need to be defeated before the end of the round, or it will become a fat dragon. As you defeat the food tokens, they will be turned into energy that can be used to purchase gear at home or at the mall.
These 3 different types of cards are also needed to fight against the fat dragons. If your figure and Captain Rumbbell share a space when you play one of each type of exercise, you can defeat a fat dragon. Every time you use a new weight training exercise in this set, you build that muscle group and add that muscle token to your character board. You will also receive an additional action point every round. Deal out the 3 levels of events based on the difficulty you choose. These events will bring out food tokens, Fat Dragon minis, and add Fat Dragon cards into your deck that water down your deck's effectiveness. There are 3 phases in each turn. The majority of the game is done during the first phase, the action phase. At the beginning of the game, you'll have 6 actions to use on your turn, which can be increased when defeating Fat Dragons. You use action points to perform a number of different actions. Most of these actions require just 1 action point. You can use action points to draw new cards into your hand, move your figure or Captain Rumbbell around the board, fight food, purchase gear and food tokens, learn new exercises, destroy or exile fat dragons, and use your special ability. At the end of the round, all of the active food tokens will turn into fat dragons, and those fat dragons will attract more and more fat dragons each round if they're not taken care of. If 3 or more fat dragons are on a location, that location falls. If 3 or more of those locations have fallen, you lose. And remember, fallen locations cannot be revived.
You'll need to work closely together as a team to form a strategy and keep the fat dragons at bay. The gear you buy from defeating food tokens will go a long way to ensure victory. This gear is placed in front of you and can be used throughout the game. Learning new exercise is another crucial part of the game. You need to have a good balance of the 3 different exercise types, otherwise it will be difficult to have the 3 types in your hand on a given turn, which is needed to defeat fat dragons. Exercises are learned by spending 1 action point or 2 action points for the weight-bearing exercises. As more fat dragons infiltrate your deck, you can exile them with exercises to keep your deck running smooth. The next 2 phases of your turn, cleanup and draw, are done quickly so you can get back to the meat of the game, which is actions. So Randy, if someone were to play this game, what are some helpful tips that you can leave them with?
Well, I can give you a few here.
Okay.
Moving your figure around and getting Captain Rumbbell to the same location can take a lot of actions.
That's true.
You need to be efficient in this game. Planning out when they should meet in a location to take down the fat dragons takes a lot of thought if you want to stay efficient with your actions.
Okay.
Only a good balance between keeping fat dragons at bay, learning a balanced set of exercises, and acquiring gear will ensure your victory. Focusing too much on acquiring the cards and tokens to help defeat the fat dragons will allow them to multiply quickly and get things out of hand, but if you focus only on attacking, then without obtaining some of the helpful gear and exercises, it becomes too difficult to consistently defeat them because it'll just be so much harder to defeat. Alright all, remember this has been a Dice Tower paid preview. All of the components and rules you've seen may not be the final product or design. Keep an eye out on the campaign for any changes that may occur, and support the Kickstarter if this looks like a game that you'd enjoy. I'm sure they'll appreciate it.
So something I really like about the game is having these cute little muscles.
Those darling
The
little
darling
muscles.
muscles, they actually fit into your board, which is just kind of unique. I like that. It can give you more actions, and more actions in this game is a good thing.
Yes, being efficient with more actions is better than being efficient with less actions.
Yes, that's what I always say.
I did like the gear.
Yeah, that's true.
Once you defeat the food, you turn those into energy. You turn those energy into gear. Some of those things make your cards that are in your hand a little bit more versatile. You can use those cards in more different areas. You can also, for instance, take a yoga card and use it as one of the purple weight-bearing cards.
Yeah.
And those purple weight-bearing cards are more difficult to acquire. They take 2 actions and that. And that's getting those sets of 3 different exercises is what really pushes you to the end game. That defeats the Fatdragons, that exiles Fatdragons from your hand. So getting that versatility is like crucial, and I like that balancing act between all that.
Plus, it's kind of fun to say Fatdragons throughout a game.
I agree with that.
That was kind of cool. So, if playing a game about defeating food, turning the food into energy, using the energy to buy exercise equipment, and beating Fatdragons out of your planet sounds like something you would like to play, then check out Rumbbell Fatdragon Invasion.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.